It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of The Mike Prince Show. It is our mission to try to bring you some news you could use. Today is no exception to that rule. You can follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website with the 24-hour stream is obnradio.com. And just in case you have one of those smart devices, all you need to say is, hey, play the latest episode of The Mike Prince Show, and just like that, you'll have everything that you need. And with all that being established, let us jump right into today's episode. We want to give a congratulations to Coach Vasquez of the Alabama State Hornets. He was selected to be on the United States International Baseball coaching staff. And it's going to be a great opportunity, not only for Coach Vasquez as an individual, but to draw light to Alabama State and, more importantly, to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. So congratulations again to Coach Vasquez on a job well done. And speaking of jobs well done, how about the LSU Tigers? Seemed like they were down and counted out at one point in the College World Series, but they get the dramatic walk-off home run to end the season of number one seed Wake Forest with a 2-0 11th inning walk-off home run to set up an all-SEC match for the College World Series against Florida. What an exciting series this has been from start to finish. Even on the games that were considered a bit lopsided, 5-2, 6-3 victories, these matches have been outstanding. Yes, there's been some quality pitching. There's been quality defense. Now, one thing that I can say that has been consistent, and it's just a reflection on the game of baseball today, the bunting has been horrible. It's been very challenging for all teams to maximize the small ball approach as far as laying down sacrifice bunts, getting them down. And some of the challenge that I'm seeing is these guys today are bunting trying to get on base when it should be an all-out sacrifice situation. But that's neither here nor there. These games have been fantastic. And it's only going to get better. Now, it's about who do you think is going to win? LSU, Florida. LSU, no secret about their approach. They went in all deep on NIL, over $1 million as far as NIL players on the team. So you got some people saying we don't want to see them advance strictly because of that approach. Then you have Florida. Florida is Florida, right? The Gator Chomp and everything else going on. And let's not forget to mention the SEC effect. People do not like the SEC, but it is what it is. And it's going to all boil down over the weekend. Florida Gators, the LSU Tigers. If I were to go and pick one right now, I really don't have a dog in the race, but if I must pick, I'm going to say, why not LSU, right? They've done everything else to come back in dramatic fashion. The slate is wiped clean. Now it's going to be an exactly 2 out of 3 series, and the better team is going to win. One thing about it, Florida should have a quality and rest of the bullpen and pitching depth to get them through. LSU is a bit exhausted, so as far as I'm concerned, if LSU can somehow find a way to get this first win of the series, they would be in some pretty good shape of going ahead and becoming your 2023 champions. So let us know what you guys been thinking about the series, if you've been keeping up with the series at all. I know that football is right around the corner and everybody is geared for football. We're going to be geared for it just as well, but I am going to relish in the moment of enjoying some quality college baseball while I have the chance. So it's been an exceptional good year for the College World Series. I can't recall a time that it's been this competitive from A to Z. So we'll keep things posted. It gives you hope and insight on how we can bring things home on the HBCU Southwestern Athletic Conference level. Yes, we know that pitching is a premium, and we've gone through all that, but I think the key, as I'll get the drum out again, is going to start with our quality of scheduling. Get some qualified D1 opponents on the schedule, and let's build from there. If we're going to have to get some bumps and bruises through the growing pains, then so be it. But let's elevate that level of expectation. Yes, we can harp on the money factor all day long, but sooner or later we're going to have to look at that man in the mirror and say, let's get it done. Let's work with what we got, and let's just step up to the big boys table. I'm thinking about Dallas Baptist. D2 program for the most part, but they operate in a D1 world of baseball. Wake Forest is a small program. Even UConn, not exceptionally known for big-time sports other than basketball, but they're getting these things done. And I hear you hollering now, well, what about the budgets? We don't have the budgets that everybody else has. That's an excuse. Yes, the reality is the money is not level. Get that. But if we translate that to life, do we make excuses that you might be in the bracket that makes under $100,000 a year? Heck, you might in the bracket that makes under $40,000 a year. Does that stop you from living a quality, productive life? I don't think so. So let's work with what we got. Let's keep pressing toward the high calling mark, and let's level this playing field. Still, I'm reaching out to PV Nation for the PV 500 challenge. We're looking for 500 individuals who believe in supporting Prairie View Athletics to commit with a $100 donation in the efforts of trying to support Prairie View Athletics. And as I mentioned before, when we talk about Prairie View Athletics, we mean exactly that. Prairie View Athletics, football all the way down to tennis. Whatever you can do, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. As I've stated before, I am not on the payroll. They did not ask me to do this. I am asking as a PV supporter, as a PV content contributor, that you join me in this effort. I've already got a few commitments from some of the listeners, and we're steady building the momentum. You don't have to send me a dime. You simply go directly to the Prairie View Athletic website, make your contribution. Now, if you want to say, hey, I was encouraged by the open mic and Dr. Mike Prince to do this, you can do that. But by no way, no means do you need to send me anything unless you are gearing up for our September 1st Listening Partner Support Program, our annual campaign, where you could then, as a listening partner, contribute with a $60 annual donation, which comes out to $5 a month, 17 cents a day, to help us continue to give you shows and interviews just like this. And speaking of interviews, you may have heard Coach Tamika Newman on this week. You're going to be hearing from other great football coaches, basketball coaches, volleyball coaches throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We got so much in store for you. We still have the PV Southern FAM and Jackson State picks over the weekend with Ben, Jack, and myself. You be sure to check that out on the Zone, and a whole lot more. But for right now, I am going to exit stage left. Thanking you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time we release a new episode. And like the videos, because that actually helps us get a little bit more traction in this ever so popular world of the digital marketing world. I've got to go. My time is far spent. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys again for joining in with us. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.